Hi, I'm John Valianti, and it is fitting that we start here on the training green, or better known as the town green in downtown Marshfield. This is a place where history happens. The militia actually trained here in 1675, and in 1773, the townspeople crossed the town green with tea to go to Tea Rock Lane and actually burn the tea. In 1775, the king ran his own 4th Regiment training on the green to the consternation of the local patriots. But when they evacuated to Boston, a few months later, our militia trained again and went off to Bunker Hill to serve with Washington's army for independence. In my campaign, we're going to talk about many different things and many different issues, but one thing I think we should always look to link the past to the present so we can have a better tomorrow. Here we are at my campaign office. As you can see, it's in downtown Marshfield, and what I'd like to do with the campaign office is use it as a symbol of my campaign. And what I'd like to do is have people from Marshfield and Scituate come in, check it out, get information, come talk to us, because I think that's what this campaign is going to be all about. It's a grassroots campaign. It's not the biggest office, but it's going to do what I think it needs to do, and it's going to be a symbol of my campaign. So if people are out and about, they see us in here, they see that we're open, come on in. I'm standing here in front of an idea, a dream I had about 8 years ago, the Boys and Girls Club of Marshfield. With the help of an unbelievably dedicated board of directors and volunteers, we were able to open the club 4 years ago. Now the club is bursting at the seams with over 900 boys and girls as members. The Boys and Girls Club directors open the club, but the staff who runs it is top-notch. To operate the club in this 4,000 square feet is a small miracle. With the organization we have put together, the club is ready for the next step. A new facility with 30,000 square feet and a gymnasium. But if you have not seen what the Boys and Girls Club is all about, you should. It's a positive place for kids. I am in the middle of the lot of the old drive-in movie theater here in Marshfield, better known as the Beacon property. And I'm here to talk a little bit about the challenge of 40B and what we face here in Marshfield and in Scituate. Obviously, most folks know that we faced a bunch of 40B developments here in Marshfield and in Scituate. And I think we need to talk about this in the issue for this race for state representative. It's very important, and the interesting about being in this field is there's still actually remnants of the old movie theater. And but I would like to say that 40B is a big issue, and I say we need to repeal it, not reform it. And that's my opinion on that, and I'm sticking to it. Well, here we are, folks. I don't really think I need to say too much about this shot. I would think everybody knows where I am, but I am on the seawall here in Brant Rock. And this is why I think we all live in these communities, why we live in Marshfield and why we live in Scituate. People should appreciate it and realize how lucky we are to live where we live. There are many challenges and many issues we face in the coming years. I know we've talked about some things that are the good things in Marshfield, the beautiful things, the things that we all know and love about Marshfield, this history, and also in Scituate, the beauty and how lucky we are to live here. But one of the big things I can only say here is that this is worth saving. Our communities are worth saving and are worth protecting. And that's one of the big reasons why I'm running. Here we are at the town pier in Green Harbor. It's same thing as the last shot, basically. The shot tells the story here. But I just wanted to say how important it is that we have the town pier here in town for the local fishermen, and how important it is that we protect this industry and we try to protect and do everything we can for the fishermen and for the people who try to make a living here. That should be basically job one for whoever gets elected to this seat, is to try to protect what we have, but also obviously understanding that these people here are trying to make a living here. So it's very important that we try to protect and do everything we can for these folks. So that's really why I'm here, just to say that I'm going to do everything I can do if I'm elected to help support what these guys are trying to do here and to try to support them so they can raise their families. And I think it's very important that this be said. But like I said in the last shot where we were in Brant Rock, this is kind of why we live here. Thanks. Hi, we made it to Scituate, and we're here at the Scituate Rotary. And as you can see, most of you folks that drive through here every day know that it's a little bit of it's different than it used to be. And one of the big reasons, obviously, why they did this was for Greenbush. But it's not really an issue. It's not really necessarily a concern. But I did want to stop here and say it is something that a few people have asked me about, and to talk a little bit about that it has made things better for most folks, the new rotary. But for some, it is a little confusing. But I think some basic improvements might be just some new signs, and that's actually my business, so I do know a little bit about that. But you know, it does seem to work pretty well, and that's one of the issues, though, in this race is what we're going to do about the traffic and the growth. So that's really why I'm here, just to look at this, and then maybe we're going to go over to Greenbush. Well, this is Scituate, folks. We are here in the harbor, Scituate Harbor. We are behind Front Street, and we are on the gazebo here, and the bandstand, excuse me, and right back of Front Street, as I just said. We have the marina, we have the harbor master's office, and this is what Scituate's all about. One thing I should mention is the buildings on Front Street. That's a concern of some folks that they may have overbuilt some of the buildings on Front Street, but Scituate, Front Street, the harbor here is such a beautiful place. Every time I come here, I have to say how lucky I am and how lucky we all are to live in the two communities that we're in. And that's really why I'm running, to try to represent and try to preserve what we have. It's very important that we do that, and that's sort of what my campaign is all about.